Hello and welcome back finally to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021. We are of course still in charge of Spezia in Serie A. Now since the last episode we played 5 matches off camera, 6 matches in fact off camera, and we have managed to pick up 3 victories in those 6 matches. So we'll quickly run through them. We first played against Monza away from home. We drew 2-2 in this one. We were 2-0 up and just fell away like we do sometimes do. But it was better news in the next match at home to Atalanta. We managed to pick up a 2-1 victory. Lucidi getting the opening goal, Rice equalising for Atalanta with 10 minutes to go, and then Antonio Miguel with the winner for us in the 83rd minute. Then it was a bit more disappointing, a 3-1 defeat away to Bologna. Landi getting the only goal for us, and Lintner unfortunately getting sent off, but the game was pretty much away from us at that point anyway. Then we faced Empoli away from home. Lucidi and Landi getting on the score sheet in a 2-0 victory. We followed that up with a 4-1 victory at home. Landi and Miguel both getting a brace in this one, and we absolutely smash our local rivals Genoa. But unfortunately, we couldn't keep up the winning run in a very difficult game against Lazio. We lost 3-0 in the end. A Lintner own goal, just the start of a bad day in that one. But in today's episode, we are going to be playing, as promised, the games against Inter and Fiorentina. I think Inter were top of the table when we did the last video. So they've dropped down a little bit. They're now third. Here is the table. So Inter in third. We are currently 12th. And Fiorentina, our other opponents today, are 16th. So we're on 30 points. We're 11 points off the European places and only 6 points off the relegation places. So still a bit of work to do. But we do have a game in hand on most of the teams around us. So we can possibly go as high as probably around 10th if we somehow manage to beat Inter today. I did want to just mention, this is the spotlighted player of the episode, I guess. So Antonio Miguel just signed for 825k in January from Atletico Baleares, and he has hit the ground running. I think he's got 3 goals in his last 5 games. I'll just take a look at the form. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's 3 goals in his last 3 games that he's played, actually. You can see he was on the bench, an unused substitute for the games against Empoli and Bologna, but he managed to get 2 goals in that game against Genoa and 1 against Atalanta. So he looks like a pretty decent signing, and for 825k, you can't really complain. He's only 19, Spanish national, and he's already getting on the score sheet. You can see his attributes are improving as well. So hopefully he is going to continue to get the goals for us and push us further up the table so that we're not involved in a relegation scrap like we normally are. But it's now time for the first of today's matches. It's the game against Inter. We are at home for this one, but it is still going to be a very difficult challenge for us. And because we are at home, we will be playing our 4-4-2 wing play formation. And this is the lineup for the match. So we've got Alessandro La Rosa in goal. Frederick Lintner at right back. You'd have seen he's been sent off. He's scored own goals in the past 5 or 6 games. But he's still there as our starting right back because he's the best option that we have. Leon King and Filippo Lansaro are centre-back pairing today. You can see on the little tactics board here that they do have a decent relationship. Oh no, they don't. They've played fairly poorly when paired and are not a good partnership in their selected roles. Cool. Is that because we've both got them on central defender defend? We will change that. That's not really affected it at all. It was a good attempt, Andrew. Good attempt. Good try. Well, anyway, they're going to be playing today. Leon King is going to be the cover. Lansaro is central defender on defend. Alan Lung is at left back as a wing back on attack. We've got Hristov at right wing. Nikola Dobric is our left wing. Tumeleng, Shabalala and Matteo Marini are our 2 centre midfielders today. And then we've got the star man himself, Antonio Miguel, and, well, one of the other star men of our team, Alessio Landi, up front. We're going to go for it because we're not in too bad a position. We're 6 points clear of the relegation zone, like I said earlier in the episode. Inter, a very good team, but they are third. So not as good as I thought they were. I thought they were going to run away with the league this season, but that hasn't happened. We'll just see how we get on. We've got the home fans backing us, so hopefully they can push us forward to victory. What would be a very memorable victory, probably our best victory of the series so far, I'd be quite tempted to say. And just quickly looking at the social media roundup, they're looking pretty positive, the fans. Natalie Scarcella thinks it's our best team. 139 likes on that one. Marini's starting good, says Caterina Longo. He's just talking about the weather conditions, Fabrizio. He's very, very keen to discuss the terrible conditions that are expected. And then Leonardo Presida says it's not going to be pleasant for anyone, but a win is required. And that is exactly my mindset for this season. It's not going to be a pleasant season, but if we pick up some wins, it's a good job done. So here we go. As we already know, 3 wins in our last 5 for us. One of our best runs of form in Serie A so far. And then we have Inter, who have only 2 wins in their last 5. I'm not sure who they lost against, but they've lost 2. So not in the best of form. They have fallen some way off the top of the table, actually. They're 17 points away from Lazio, who seem to just be running away with the league title. So that 3-0 defeat in the last match for us doesn't look too bad in hindsight. First highlight of the game, Lintner with a throw in deep in our half, finds Hristov, the winger, who's cut inside now. Lovely ball from him to the left winger, Nikola Dobric. Now he's got a chance to run into the space on the left-hand side, which he does. And he's tackled by Skriniar, and Inter can come away with the ball now. Aquino, we need to win the ball back, but Basile is advanced forward. Lovely through ball from him to Darwin. Darwin, was that not the name of the ape from the Wild Thornberrys?
Ooh, I like that.
Surely he can't be playing up front. Well, he missed anyway, so it might be him. Basile with the corner though. Bastoni's there, it's headed away by King, but Aquino gets it back to Basile. Basile coming into the box now, plays it all the way back to Rice. Surely is that Declan Rice? Have I done this before? I feel like Rice isn't even on the... Oh, he's there. Yeah, it is Declan Rice. I'm sure I've mentioned that in a previous episode. But Declan Rice is playing for Inter. He must be some age now, actually. 32. 88 caps for England, 3 goals. Decent. Well done, Declan. Please don't do anything good today. Skriniar with a throw-in. Headed further into the box, but King heads it away. But now Aquino's got it, and we just can't seem to get it out of our own area with 20 minutes gone. Carlos now in the centre of the field, intercepted beautifully by the left winger Dobric, and he can sprint down this left-hand side. Can we get a goal on the counter-attack? Landy! It's Landy! And Landy scored! It's his 9th goal of the season. Dobric just counter-attacking beautifully down the left-hand side, and a lovely through ball through to Landy, who was never really going to miss. I mean, I wasn't 100% sure he was going to score, but we'll say he was never going to miss. Dobric with a beautiful ball through. Landy getting in front of his defender and a brilliantly placed finish past the Inter goalkeeper Francisco, and we are 1-0 up. Try not to get too carried away. We've been in this position before against bigger teams and it's not lasted long. Corner for Inter. Basile with it from left-hand side. Headed away by Lansaro, but Bastoni's going to get there for Inter, who is hoping to launch another attack. Finds Aquino. Now it's Silla. Back to Aquino. Darwin. Silla. Lovely one-touch passing. Varna's through on goal. Oh, what a goal. What build-up play from Inter. And then Jan Varna with a beautiful finish to get his 7th of the season. And we are now on level terms. Try not to get too carried away. We've been in this position before against bigger teams and it's not lasted long. So it lasted about 10 minutes. It's a bit longer than it sometimes does. Lintner's possibly suffered pulled wrist ligaments. Surely you can play on with that. In to have another corner. Basile with the ball in, and that's gone all the way through to Rice, and that's off the post, I think. And then Lung manages to scramble it clear. We get to half time, and it's been pretty much non-stop in this first half. Inter have been all over us, as you would expect. 8 shots for them, 5 on target. We just had the 1 shot, 1 on target, and the 1 goal. So it's pretty accurate stuff from the Spezia boys today. But I'm a little bit concerned about Lintner. Let's have a look at this. So it's an arm injury. He wants to stay on, but the injury is affecting him. Now, I would normally say for an outfield player, arm injuries, not too bad, but it might affect him when he's trying to usher players down the wing as well to stop them from cutting inside. So I think I am going to have to take Lintner off, which isn't great. But we've got a Gian Domenico Faidi on the bench. You can see he's a half a star worse according to my coach's opinion of him, but he's still pretty decent. Gian Domenico, he's 24 years old. I thought he was a bit younger than that, to be honest, but he's all right. I mean, could do better. Elsewhere on the field, not too much to be concerned about. We've got a 6.5 in the centre of midfield. Matteo Marini is one to be a little bit concerned about. Who do we have on the bench that can come on for him? We've got We've got Malamo, who I don't think Malamo's played that much for us this season. He's getting a bit older now. He's 31 and just remembered, not played the game for a while. He's joining Chievo Verona on the 1st of July, so he's not going to be with us for much longer. And then we've got Giovanni Conte, who's more of a defensive midfielder than a centre midfielder, so we might have to keep Marini on for the time being. Throw in. Deep in our half, Skriniar with it, finds Aquino though. Ball to the back post, Varna's there again, and it's over the top of the goal, just about. I think it might have hit the top of the netting, but it didn't go in. Corner for us now from the left-hand side, Marini with the ball in, and Antonio Miguel could not get above the defender to get it, and now it's a counter-attacking opportunity for Inter, and Carlos has the ball running down this left-hand side. We need to make a challenge. He's still running with the ball into the box. Lanzaro with a beautiful clearance. Antonio Miguel flicks it to Landy. Can Landy get a second? It's Landy. He's through on goal, and Landy's done it. It's 2-1. Alessio Landy giving me hope that we could get a shock victory over Inter. What a counter-attack. I thought it was Inter that were going to get a goal on the counter-attack, but Lanzaro with the ball up to Miguel, knocked down from him to Landy, and Landy did all the rest of the work with a beautiful left-footed finish past the goalkeeper. He's got a second goal against Inter. We're 2-1 up. He's on a hat-trick. Can we keep this? 78 minutes gone. We're going to make a change. Dobrich is going to make way. He's looking a bit tired out there. We're going to bring on Ivan Mahugo, the Spanish 18-year-old, another relatively new signing from us. Marini's still not doing great. He's on a 6.4, but I don't want to alter the midfield at this point. I'm just got everything crossed that we are going to hold on for this victory. One more sub left to make, and it's going to be Hristov on the opposite wing. Going to bring on Manuel Atzori. Hristov looking very tired. There's a few others that look tired, but Hristov was the first to look tired. Throw in on this left-hand side. As long as we can keep it in the corner, we'll be fine. Landy, ball into the box. Shabalala on the edge of the box. Can he get a shot away? He can! Oh, what a shot it is! Look at the whip on that one. In Tumaleng, Shabalala has just scored a worldie of a goal. And I think we might just be about to beat Inter. It was lunging through to Landy. I thought they were going to try and keep it in the corner. He plays a lovely ball to Shabalala. Touch out of his foot. And a whip on that, man. Shabalala, take a burst on. What a finish. It's 3-1. There's 4 minutes to stoppage time. We've got the ball. Shabalala's got it. Faidi with the ball on the right-hand side. Back to Shabalala. Can we get a fourth? Surely not. Surely we're going to give the ball away and concede again. Shabalala to Miguel. Back to Shabalala. Long ball. I don't know who he was looking for there, but Inter have got the ball now, and this is dangerous. Neves moving forward to Marini with an excellent tackle, and that's why I didn't take him off the field just for moments like that. Now Mahugo's got it on the left-hand side. Can we get a fourth? This would be miraculous if we did. Skriniar tries to make a tackle, but Mahugo holds on to the ball. Shabalala through to Mahugo. Can he get a ball into the box? Mahugo. Tackle by Skriniar. Lung gets it though. Ball in. Miguel. Oh, he's headed it over. It's probably not going to matter because there's only about a minute left of stoppage time, and we've got a corner. And we're winning 3-1 against Inter. How is this happening? Mahugo with the ball in, headed away by Skriniar. And now King has it for us. Surely it's just a matter of us holding on to the ball now. Don't do anything stupid, anyone. Mahugo through looking for Landy, but that is a bit long for him. And Francisco can pick that up for Inter with 30 seconds of the game left. Long ball forward towards the monkey from the Wild Thornberrys, but it's headed away lovely by Lanzaro. We've had a brilliant display here. Defensive display, definitely. We've been completely the opposite of on top. We've been on the bottom for this game as Neves gets in the box. Carlos is there, and it's pulled wide and high from him, and the full-time whistle goes, and it's a memorable victory for Spezia. A 3-1 win. Look at the match stats. Inter have been thoroughly FM'd by us today. 7 shots, 7 on target for us. 100% shot accuracy that's something to commend, I think, from the lads today. Inter will be very disappointed. XG of 2.49, and they only managed 1 goal, and we had an XG of 0.8. We managed 3. That's the way it goes sometimes. Unlucky Inter. A 3-1 victory for us. Very memorable. I don't know how we've done that. It helps our goal difference as well a bit. They're getting a 2 extra on the goal difference, so we're up to -8 now. But we're on 33 points. We're level on points with Roma in 9th. We are climbing up the table to 10th ourselves, and I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. A 3-1 victory against Inter. It's unbelievable. Now, can we continue this against Fiorentina? Fiorentina were the team that I thought we had a better chance of beating. Hopefully, we still can. So that wrist injury for Frederick Lindner isn't too bad. He's out for 1 to 3 days, so he should be back in time for the game against Fiorentina. So just before we get into the Fiorentina game, we've got some good news from Alessio Landi. Well, from Serie A, in fact. Alessio Landi has won the Serie A Player of the Month award for February after scoring 5 goals and getting 2 assists in only 4 appearances for the month of February. Not only that, but he kindly dedicated the award to myself and saying that I was a reason for his consistent form. He also won the Serie A Player of the Month AIC award. Not sure what that is. If you know, let me know in the comment section down below. I assume it's just a different association that gives out the award. I don't know, maybe. But anyway, it's time for the second of today's 2 live comms. It's away against Fiorentina. It's 13th against 11th. Fiorentina picked up a victory against Bologna in their last match, so they are within 5 points of us. Victory for us today could take us as high as 8th, but that would take a huge victory because of our goal difference. So more than likely, if we win, we'll be up to 9th in the table, depending on how Cagliari do in their game in hand, which I assume is going to be this weekend in game. We might stay in 9th, we might not. Who knows? But we're going to get into Fiorentina game because I'm just waffling. So we've made a slight formational change for this one. We have moved to our away formation, our 4-3-3 counter-attacking formation, which means that Shabalala moves into defensive midfield from centre midfield. Schettino comes into the team alongside Marini in centre midfield. Antonio Miguel drops down to right wing, replacing Avelo Christov, and who drops to the bench, and then Landi is the lone striker in this formation. Elsewhere, it's all the same. So hopefully we can continue this run of form that we're on and beat Fiorentina. And again, in the socials, pretty positive. Alessandro Branca's happy that King's starting for us. And Pier Antonio Franconi thinks that this is our best team. There's a couple of people arguing about the kickoff time as well, but it's 6 o'clock at night on a Saturday. That's I guess it's not an okay kickoff time in terms of getting back after the game, but it's a Saturday night. You'd expect there'd be public transport on for them, surely. I'm not sure what the situation is is it Fiorentina? Is Fiorentina a place? That's something to let me know as well. Is Fiorentina a place? Or is that just the name of the team? This has been a very waffly episode. I'm just going to continue. So here we go. We are here at Artemio Franchi. Fiorentina are in excellent form at the moment. 3 wins in the last 5, 2 draws, unbeaten in their last 5. We, of course, have 3 wins in our last 5 as well, but we've got 2 defeats sprinkled amongst those 2. Hopefully, we are going to continue with another win today. It's not a packed house here at Fiorentina. Maybe that's because of the late kickoff time. Who knows? And it's Fiorentina with the first opportunity from the corner. Fashini with the ball in. And that's Mario Vlahovic, a man that's a lot of vowels very close together. But he's scored his first goal of the season with 5 minutes gone. And things are not getting off to the best of starts. Why are there people wearing red? Which of our 2 teams wears red? I'm pretty sure Spezia don't have a red kit. I've not seen one at least. Do Fiorentina have a red kit? Why aren't they just wearing their home kit? I'm very confused. There's a section of fans in the corner, like down here, that are wearing red. But we've got the ball anyway. Lindner with the ball on the right-hand side. Holding the ball up. Finds Schettino. Obviously new in the squad today, and you can tell he's a bit rusty because he's just given the ball away. And now Garay with the ball for Fiorentina. Chance to launch an attack for them. Light moving forward with it from centre-back. Plays it back to Garay. Now it's Furlan. To Grilly. Grilly moving forward with it down the left-hand side. Finds Sessegnon on the overlap. Sessegnon with the ball in the box. And that's Solombardo off the bar. And Lung manages to scramble that clear. Dobrich heads it further clear. And we are living on the edge here. We're going to demand more. I don't know if that's going to do anything. We might have to move to our home formation. I'm not sure. Fashini with another ball in. And Diogo Leite has got his first goal of the season as well. We just seem to be a team that players like getting their first goal against today. Well, just in this match anyway. Right, almost half an hour gone. I think we are going to make that change to our formation. We're going to move back to the 4-4-2. Antonio Miguel can move up front. Shabalala can move into the centre midfield. Schettino, can he play it right midfield? Not really. You can play it right wing back, but that's a bit of a Yeah, we'll play him there. We'll play him at right midfield. We'll see how he gets on. See how we get on as well. Moving to a more positive sort of mindset as we are 2 goals down. Lombardo with the ball though for Fiorentina, looking to make things worse for us. Cantano gives it to the opening goal scorer of Liveich. Now Garay intercepted by Lung nicely, and Lung with a long ball forward, searching for Antonio Miguel, but he's not going to get there before the defender. Grimo picks it up at the back for Fiorentina and plays it back to their goalkeeper, who launches that forward to Garay. And now Fiorentina on the attack once more with Furlan. Now Fascini. Fascini running down the left-hand side, plays it back to Sessegnon. Now Fascini again, into the centre to Liveich. Now Lombardo. Furlan's there, and Giancarlo Furlan has got a third for Fiorentina. It's his 7th goal of the season. A lovely build-up play from Fiorentina, and I think they're just a bit better than us, to be honest, at least today. And it could get embarrassing. I might have to change back the formation. Lanzaro clears though, and this could be a counter-attacking opportunity for us now. Antonio Miguel with the ball on the left-hand side. We need the man in the middle to stay on side, but it doesn't matter anyway because Miguel gets dispossessed by Sessegnon. And Fiorentina come away with the ball once again with Lombardo on this right-hand side, just inside his own half. Moves into our half now, running through the centre, not getting challenged at all. Lombardo finds Grilli. Now Vlahovic to Furlan, looking for another. It's a good save from the Rosa. Fascini with the ball in from the corner, headed away by King. Landy flicks it further on, but that is just going to end in nothingness. Another corner. They are battering us with the corners today. Fascini with the corner, but La Rosa comes to collect. Now, can we get something from this? La Rosa, long ball, searching for Landy. Can he win it? He can. Antonio Miguel takes it down on his chest. Miguel goes past one defender. He's in the box now. Can he do something? Plays the cross. Landy's there, and I think he shot it into the ground. It was on the half volley, and he sort of tapped it into the ground, which took all the pace off it, and it just went straight into the keeper's hands. And this is not good. It's pretty much a similar story to the Inter game in terms of us not having many shots and being 100% accurate with our shots, and the other team having lots of shots. But it's not going the same way because we haven't scored yet, and they've scored 3. Now, I know I'm at risk of confusing the lads even further if I change the formation again, but the 4-4-2 change has not worked. We do have this option, the 5-2-3 with wing backs, which could be a better option for this one, but then we're playing Catenaccio, which is quite defensive. But I think we probably do need to look at saving our goal difference a little bit. Obviously, it's not great to start with. It was -8 at the start of this game. A 3-0 defeat, that's down to -11. And of course, if we get dragged into a relegation battle, goal difference could be very important. So I am going to go more defensive, I think. So Shatina's probably going to be the man who's going to make way for someone. Miguel's going to move back to right wing. Alessio Landi's been dropped to centre back for some reason. So we might not need to take Shatino off because he can play at right wing back. So Shatino is going to go at right wing back. Lintner into central defence. Landi got moved up to striker. Lung can't play at left wing back, so he's going to have to come off the field. We've got Triple Deli on the bench who can play there. At this point, I'm not going to pay much attention to the ratings because we're changing formation again, so hopefully they can sort themselves out. Just sort out the rules in centre midfield because they're not really that comfortable. They're not the best positions. So Marini's better as a deep line playmaker, so we'll put him in that role. And then Shabalala's not great. He's pretty average at everything. We'll just make him a centre midfielder on support. And then we'll move Landy to a deep line forward on support. So another formational change as we head into the second half. More defensive. Hopefully it works and we don't concede any more. Corners seem to be the issue today. Fiorentina looking very good from set pieces. I'll be very happy if we just go through this entire second half without one single highlight and we just managed to keep this score down to just the 3 goals after the way that the first half went. 75 minutes gone, yet to have a highlight in this second half. We do have some players who are looking pretty poor out there. Shatino being one on a 6.2. Do we have any right wing backs on the bench? We don't have anyone else that can play at right wing back, so he's going to have to stay on the pitch, unfortunately. We've got Lanzaro on a 6.3 as well in centre midfield, so we'll take him off. We'll bring on, the coach is saying to bring on Gabriele Corbo, so do we do that? I mean, I'm not so sure about that one. We're going to bring on Svilan Mitev for Lanzaro in central defence. And then we've got one more change that we can make, but I'm not really sure that we necessarily need to. Mahugo, you can come on. You looked all right in the last game. We'll bring him on for Dobrich on the left wing. And hopefully Fiorentina don't get any more goals. Well, first chance of the second half, and we have the ball. King of the ball forward, Landy. Can we get a consolation goal very late on? Landy pulls it back to Shabalala. He gives that away to Diatta, and this could be the chance for Fiorentina. Can they get a fourth? Hopefully not. Sessegnon to Furlan. Intercepted by Mahugo nicely though. Now Landy's got it again for us. He finds Mahugo, the substitute. Lovely ball from him to Miguel. Can Miguel score again? It's blocked by the defender. An excellent challenge from the Fiorentina defender, and they've got lots of men back now. Miguel with the ball in the box. Can't find a Spezia player, and that's gone out for a throw-in. 2 minutes of added time, and I think that is going to be that. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a 3-0 defeat away to Fiorentina, knocked straight back down to the ground after that magnificent victory over Inter in the last game. That's made our goal difference worse than it was before the Inter game, but I don't know. These things happen. So that result leaves us sitting in 11th place. I think that's one place better off than we started today's episode, but of course we do have a few teams below us who have games in hand. Only one of those can catch up to our points total, though. That is Sassuolo, who incidentally we play in our next match. But looking at the European positions and the relegation places and where we currently sit, we are looking pretty good. We're 9 points clear of the relegation zone at the moment. A lot of those teams do have games in hand. And then we are only 8 points off Europe. But again, a few of those teams above us do have games in hand as well. So we're pretty solid mid-table at the moment, which I think I'd take by the end of the season. Provided we don't get into a relegation battle, I'll be quite happy. And then we can assess things when we get to the end of the season, see if we want to stay here or if we want to move on. So looking ahead to the next episode, and I think we are going to do the games against second bottom Parma and second top Juve. Of course, that can all change in the meantime. But we will be playing the games against Sassuolo, as I mentioned, Perugia, Udinese and Spal offline. I think these are all winnable games, you know. Sassuolo are the closest team to us in 12th. Perugia are 18th currently. Udinese 14th and Spal 20th. If we can pick up, I'm going to say, if we can pick up 8 points off these games, I think we're going to be in a pretty decent position for being safe from relegation. Not necessarily for getting European football, but the main target is to not get into a relegation battle. And if we pick up 8 points in those 4 games, I think we will be well on our way to ensuring that. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.